Welcome back, everyone, to the Natty 19 podcast. I'm Jonathan Marshall, and we are here again bringing in episode 71 of our ongoing Tomb of Annihilation adventure that began well over a year ago.
So wait, are we allowed to wear clothes now, since we already recorded episode 69 and 70?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be right back.
I was wondering what he was doing here with no pants on. So
I want to again say thanks to all of you who have been listening and following along, supporting us on Patreon and social media, getting the word out about us. It means so much to us to have such a cool following, and thank you again. I know I thank you guys all the time, but I mean it. As for now, though, we got a show to do, and I'm pretty pumped to see how things go moving forward from here. So let's dim the lights, bust out the dungeoneering gear, and bring the music in. This is Natty 19's telling of the Tomb of Annihilation.
solid intro, bro.
A good one.
Yeah,
Dug it.
one of the best.
Fucking 71 fucking episodes. Finally gets it.
Finally started prepping the intro.
Only took 71 fucking tries.
So, thanks for letting us go back and do a little shopkeeping that we just did off air.
We did a little off-air shopkeeping. This is in preparations to go in the tomb. It's easy for all that boring shit to kind of get left behind, when you're recording a show.
Yeah. If this was a show, if this was like a visual show, there would have been a montage.
Yeah.
Prepping montage.
Laying the gear out on the bench.
Yeah.
See the backpack getting slammed
belts
down.
getting strapped.
Oh, yeah.
Doing it all
Unrolling
kind of hardly.
Yeah, weapons getting sheathed.
And then ends with like a Reservoir Dogs, kind of everyone walking in slow-mo.
Yeah.
Where did we... Oh, you wanted to go over... Did you?
I was just going to say we picked up some more potions and scrolls and shit.
Potions and scrolls.
Potions and scrolls going in. Yeah, just to lay it out. I mean, for those listening, these guys are... You know what's at stake. You guys listening at home. This place is diabolical. This is the Tomb of Annihilation, ladies and gentlemen. So they had to do some preparations. They had to buy some stuff. They also have the support of the Merchant Princes of Nyanzaru, the Order of the Gauntlet.
I gotta get this peasant swill out of my way. Go back to my wine, beer, champagne combination.
They just poured fucking Miller High Life into a bottle with the
Game of
fucking
Thrones
Stark
name
Wolf
on
on it. And charged you $14.99 for it.
I like it. Each sip gets better and better.
I don't mind the taste, honestly.
I like it too.
I don't count. Let's get it going. Where did we leave off?
We just left... what was her name? What was the necromancer?
Valindra.
We just left Valindra
Okay.
behind.
Okay, let's bring it back a little bit before then. Just a quick little recap, just to kind of let's get the mood set. So you return to Nyanzaru to resupply and catch everybody up on your progress. In doing so, you learned that Syndra was fading. The death curse is catching up with her finally. You gained the support of the Order of the Gauntlet, the Temple of Savras. We went through this. You freed Sybil from the Krugen Sphere, leaving a broken Sibylla behind, and Copernicus taking with him a dark, sentient weapon known only to him as De Noctrin.
De Noctrin.
Alarad had brought news to Quincy of a shipwreck off of the coast that bore the description of the same ship his brother had served on. which ultimately drove his decision to leave the party.
I must find Edmund.
From there, you guys returned to Omu to find early development of an outpost. The Order of the Gauntlet got there, started working. Rigga had seemed to find his place among the Order, at least in helping them get set up and sharing an ale and stories. You know, it was actually pleasant seeing the guy smile and laughing. Found his place. Yurla had moved onward to the northern section of Omu, where a tall obelisk, draped in vines and covered in black moss, stood guard over the entrance to the tomb of the 9 gods.
So the obelisk actually isn't black. It's the moss.
The moss
that's
that's
on it.
black. Yeah.
Yeah.
Important key note.
So removing some of the moss, what color is the obelisk?
It was stone, and remember when Valindra had moved some of it to reveal the inscription. That's something I want to go over too. Did anybody write that inscription down? There was a set of rules, and I want to say I saw you guys kind of scratching along as I was reading it.
I think Aramay got us.
Was it the enemies oppose? One stands between them. In darkness it hides. Don the mask or be seen. Speak no truth to the doomed child. That was creepy. And the keys turn on the inside only.
Yes, that was it.
So the first bit was the clue to enter. So I'm
Yes.
assuming this is a series of clues for a series of puzzles.
Which is intriguing because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 clues here, and there's 9 gods. Just a little, you know.
It's good to think. It's good to get your mind going. Svitlangi had learned of Fenthaza's death. That was a key note that had happened. She had been killed during the Red Wizard's assault. It was a spear through the back of the neck. Seemed unusual, as all the slaves you've seen or know of were pretty docile or broken. Would never be so brazen. Wonder what's going on there. Valindra. She grew tired of waiting. Herself, Orvex, and Dyrax attempted to open the tomb's door with the cubes and resulted in Dyrax getting crushed to death. Poor Dyrax.
We hardly knew thee.
Yeah, nobody particularly cared.
He was a red shirt guy.
Yeah, he was a red shirt.
He was okay, though. We can't speak ill of the dead so soon. Anyway, after solving the puzzle, the correct door opened and the cubes had disappeared, returning to their shrines as predicted. The cubes are gone, back in their shrines.
So does that mean if anybody else wants to go in,
They need to get
they have
those
to collect
cubes.
them?
Or, yes, but you do remember Anit had given you a ramrod.
The beacon.
What?
The beacon rod. I was going to ask about that.
Ramrod.
It was Quincy's first time.
I just that was the last episode I finished. You're the beacon rod. Anit was doubtful that it would work because of interdimensional, magic fucking it up. But grandfather Zatembi, wise in his old age, was certain.
Ye of little faith in it.
Let me see, Valindra.
Cappy has the beacon rod, by the way. All you fucks keeping the cubes away from him.
You can hold the rod.
He's got the rod.
And then you guys, lastly, so you remember Valindra, as you guys were entering, for unknown reasons, she could not follow you into the tomb. A magic force was repelling her, and so she took Orvex and left. Orvex, before leaving,
He didn't come with us?
I thought Orvex came in with us.
did he?
I thought.
Yeah, I thought he did too.
I actually don't remember.
I was gonna go back and listen.
Pretty
Yeah.
sure Orvex and Cappy were like arm in arm.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Orvex went in
I
as
thought
well.
she-
Orvex is
thought
like
she took
Cappy's
somebody
best
as well.
friend. Well, do we want Orvex
So
with us?
Orvex
or-
isn't with us. Got
Do
it.
you want
Yeah,
Orvex with
Orvex
you?
isn't with
Let's
us.
how let's put it to the.
I don't care.
I don't care either, actually.
It gives
Like
you a voice in the dungeon, is what I'm thinking.
I'm not too worried about that experience.
Let's leave him behind then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just make it the real group this time.
Yeah. And yeah, so and as Orvex was leaving, he does approach you guys and gives you his thieves' tools, his kit. This kit has a bunch of spikes and shit that you can spike in, and it's trap disarming tools, right?
And climbing stuff? Like, is that what you meant, like pitons?
No, not pitons, spikes. So so the door opens up, you can nail spikes in it so it doesn't...
Pitons are an actual thing.
So it doesn't close behind you or if
I
the floors...
10 of them.
I always use the term piton for when I don't know what something is. I'm like, I don't know, a little piton thing. But it's actually a
I
thing.
think it's a piton, isn't it?
Or-
I call them pitons.
You're like the climber, too, so I guess that's what we'll go with.
That's what I've always heard was pitons.
Okay.
All right.
So here we are. You guys had entered the first chamber. Who's got a Neat's rod? Copernicus?
Cappy.
Yeah, so she said to stick it wherever you can fit it. Was the exact. So when she handed it to you, she probably did say it with a bit of sneer.
Copernicus will whip out the rod. Should we stick it here?
It seems like a good. Oh,
Oh, I'm not here.
Whoa.
Because, I mean, we're in now, and there's like a force field around this.
Yeah,
Like,
it
we
makes
can't
sense
just walk back out,
to put
right?
it in the first chamber, I suppose.
yeah.
What we could do is if we wanted to bring it further in, we could clear a little ways and then come back and then move the rod.
Yeah, let's just keep it with us for now. And there's no reason to stick it here and then move away from it. If it's going to work, it's
Well,
going
I
to work.
don't think it can take
Well,
us
but if-
out. I think it can only bring people in.
If we die, right, and if we die, we want the rod to be in here somewhere.
Close. So
Eh.
people don't have to go through a bunch of bullshit to get to it.
You don't want to die before setting it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look around a little bit.
Looking around this room, honestly,
We got a map?
Yep, got it right there. Oh, let me share it to K-Way because he needs it.
Yeah, set the scene for us.
This door creaks open. Dust billows out, hits you in the face. It's like as if opening an ancient crypt. Now, another slab blocks the hallway about 20 feet beyond that first door that just opened. An iron lever. Is it lever or lever? I'll never know.
I always prefer lever.
Yeah. An iron lever is set into the door's surface with a graven stone skull leering down from above. Now, the floor itself, smooth stone slabs.
So this door blocking our way, you said it was just like a slab?
Yeah, big ol'. It's just like the first door. Honestly, it's a big ol' heavy slab. That's
And then there's a skull up above.
a skull above the door looking down.
Like made out of stone or like the skull of an animal?
No, it's a stone. It's like a statue skull.
Okay.
But it does look like the jawline is creased so it can move. Yeah, it's big enough to where you'd be able to see that the jaw is kind of, it's not like smoothed on the joints, but it is about 25 feet. What did I say? 20 feet beyond.
Can I investigate that
area.
area for traps or?
Yes, you absolutely can. Go ahead, give me a wisdom perception check.
Here we go. That is a 13
Total.
total.
You don't notice anything.
No traps here.
The hourglass is
Fucking
making
John
you
just pulled
unknown.
out an hourglass. I was like, what the fuck? I just wanted to see if it was running. It's not going yet, so.
Not yet.
That's what you think.
Copernicus, I would imagine as you're checking for traps, you're moving along the extent of the room, right?
Yeah, I mean, I have to if I'm investigating it.
So, while you're not discovering anything, you get about halfway across, and the skull's jaws creak open, and a skeletal hand holding a crystal hourglass-style timer emerges from within. With a click, the timer rotates, and sand starts to trickle into its lower globe.
You started it already? What does the room look like?
The room is really basic. I'll read it again. Another slab blocks the hallway 20 feet beyond the first door. An iron lever is set into the door's surface with a graven stone skull leering down from above. That's it. You got a door, a lever, a skull, and now the skull's jaw opens and a skeletal hand flips an hourglass over.
Oh my god.
So we have a lever
Go, go, go.
and a door.
Go for what?
Irme's going to flip open her notebook really quick back to the inscription on the obelisk just to see if there's anything. And she's...
That hourglass is actually dead.
I'm like,
oh my god.
You want to start talking?
Okay, perception check really quick just to see what she can see around, specifically the lever door area.
Just do a perception check. You're in the room.
I did. 16 plus... 19.
All right, so what you reveal, looking around frantically, is you actually notice the floor looks as though it is trapped. And on top of that, if nothing is done about this, the floor does look like it will slide open.
Okay, so essentially I see that... okay.
Pull the lever.
We're almost out of time.
Yeah, pull the lever, right? What do we do? Do we not? What if the lever opens the fucking floor?
I mean, I don't know how to
There's an
disarm that trap.
hourglass.
You got fly.
Yeah,
almost-
I'm already pulling it out.
The sands are falling.
We're gonna pull the lever, huh?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. What else are we gonna do?
Zavril.
Dude, it's
Quick.
about to go out. Quick, hurry.
I'll pull the lever.
Zavril pulls the lever. And Zavril, as you pull the lever, the
I'm
floor
gonna hold on tight.
drops open, and everyone else falls down into a... Hold on.
Everyone but Zavril.
Zavril, you make a dex check because you're holding onto the lever.
Perfect.
So the floor retracts. I'm trying to... Okay, here's the pit. 20
Oh my
feet.
fucking God.
So everybody falls 20 feet into a pit of poisoned spikes. Now, as far as damage goes, 2d10 bludgeoning for the fall.
Yikes. Any save or anything
Can
for
I
that?
cast Featherfall?
You probably
as a
can. That's a
reaction,
reaction.
You can.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Didn't you get the ring or something?
I probably don't have time to cast a spell that takes a full action.
Full action, no.
yeah.
So as far as the damage, no, there's no saving throw on this. So what you've got, everybody who's actually taken the fall takes 11 bludgeoning, and now the spikes, 4 damage from spikes. So
Well, sorry about that, guys.
So we're up to 15 damage so far, and poison damage. 5 poison damage, so 20 total damage.
Forgive me, but with the Featherfall reaction, I can choose up to 5 falling creatures within range.
Oh.
And it says, but here's the thing. A falling creature's rate of descent slows to 60 feet per round until the spell ends. Would we still just fall the 20 feet? I don't really understand that.
Wait, what does it say?
Yeah.
Slows to 60 feet?
Yeah, I don't understand.
It's 60 feet per round.
Per full round.
Yeah.
So
So you're falling
it's
slowly.
Yeah.
Um,
So it's 6 feet in a...
okay,
turn.
so what I'll do is I'll say you can make a dex check. You don't take any bludgeoning damage, so you don't take the 10.
Well, it's 20 feet, so we'd actually have 3 rounds to... We would have 3 combat rounds to act. You know what I mean?
A falling creature's rate of descent slows to 60 feet per round.
I thought it was 60 feet every round.
Well, yeah, per round, right?
Yeah, per round.
Are you talking about a round like 10, like a...
6 seconds. 6 seconds
That's a
around.
turn.
10,
right?
yeah,
Turn.
it's a turn.
What the fuck? Why don't
Yeah,
we know
why
what
is
a
this
round
the-
is?
and
I thought a
why-
round was 10 turns.
I thought so too.
Read that.
Yeah,
No,
it's-
a round is everybody's turn.
Right.
Everybody's turn.
So if there's 20 people, a round would be. I thought it was just 6 seconds. Like everything everyone's doing is kind of
That's
happening.
true,
in
yeah.
6
It
seconds.
is.
Right,
Yeah.
6 seconds. So 60 feet every 6 seconds.
Right. Maybe they don't do the 10 round thing anymore. It used to be 10 rounds was a turn.
So is a round a turn?
Maybe they
So
don't
if
do
you're
that.
gonna fall
Yeah.
20 feet and you're gonna fall 60 in 6 seconds,
if the
Yeah.
creature lands
I don't
before
know.
the spell ends, it takes no falling damage and can land on its feet. And
I
the
would
spell
say
ends.
Yeah, so
So
stick
we
with
can-
what you were
so we
doing.
can land
don't
on our
take
feet.
the 11 bludgeoning.
So you don't take the 11. Was it 10 or 11 bludgeoning
Yeah.
damage? You don't take, and I'll let you roll a Dex saving throw to avoid the spikes.
That's another 9 damage. Well,
That was
4
4.
and 5 with the poison.
If you avoid, yeah, right.
If you avoid them.
Svitlangi is immune to poison.
immune completely.
Yep.
No shit.
So Dex save
Yeah.
17.
13.
Oh my god, 1.
13, 1.
Oh no! You were so busy casting the spell for
Yeah.
us.
Okay, Irame, you got hit by 2 spikes.
So that do I take the 4 damage and the 5 poison?
You do.
Okay, so 9.
Is 17 pass?
17 passes.
Okay. So no damage. for
Zaves,
Caps.
what'd you get on your deck save?
19.
19 says you're okay. Now,
So only Irme.
so
Figures.
yeah, so
You're welcome.
so Zaves is hanging from the lever up above.
Zero, what the fuck?
We told
told
you
me to
not.
pull
We,
it.
we told you not to pull that.
God, that hourglass really makes people just sort of jump to act.
You got
That was
to.
awesome.
Better to act
That was
than to
awesome.
not
Though.
act.
You know what
Right.
I was picturing? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, they did a good job with this first trap room. You know, it definitely sets the tone for everything that's coming. So let me see. So everybody's down on the ground. Irame, you just got impaled by a couple spikes. You took some damage. You guys are down below. Zaves, you're hanging from the lever.
It's not a lot of damage for being impaled by spikes. I feel like. I mean, I'm not complaining.
You could have hit up to 4 spikes, but you only hit 2. Each spike has the potential of doing 1d6 piercing and 1d10 poison.
Yeah, that could.
Yeah, fuck you up. Especially with that 11 on top of it. Okay, so now I guess the
So we
question
need to
would
get
be:
up
we need to
out of-
get.
So the door is open now, and Zavril is up there hanging from the lever. You guys are down below, but now the door is starting to shut while you guys are down below.
Oh, what?
Yep.
Grapple hook
Slowly,
time, baby.
slowly. It looks like you've got about,
2 minutes. Go.
I guess it's shut now. No, just kidding.
Does anyone have a rope?
I have a grapple hook.
Yes, I have ropes.
Oh, as do I.
But the door is open, Zaves, so you can pull yourself up, find your footing now. And I will, while you guys are trying to figure out how to get you guys up, I'll go ahead and reveal what you can see in the hallway beyond.
What Zaves can see.
What Zaves can
D&D
see.
Yes.
Beyond.
The door's open. It looks
would-
to lead into a large hallway.
I would prefer to not linger.
In the pit of spikes.
Yeah.
Perhaps
Alright.
you could throw your grappling hook.
Is there like a little ledge that I could shimmy across?
Yeah, pretty much right where that door is, because the door is open now. So you're on that platform where the door is open. You're on the square. Here, let me move up to the square in front of the door. In the other side of the room, because that's a pit. So one square up. Yep, there you go. That's where you are right now, Zaves.
All right.
And let me get
Alright.
everybody else in the room here.
Is there anything I can attach rope to?
The grappling hook should fucking.
Yeah, the lever, or you can just pull them up by hand too. If you've got a rope, you can easily get them all up one by
Alright.
one.
I don't know. Cappy's kind of fat.
Yeah, that bag of holding is kind of heavy too.
Yeah.
What's it, 15 pounds?
Cappy's fit as a fiddle.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to throw my rope down.
I don't know, dude.
I'll-
Cappy
I'll-
was ordering
Cello.
2 of everything at the Gentle Mist.
I'll make certain to hold on
Been
to the other
starved in
end.
the jungle for 3 weeks.
What are you doing, Zabe? Sorry.
I'm going to throw the rope down.
Okay. So yeah, one by one, you guys scramble up Zavel's rope, and you make it to the other side. That ordeal probably took a total of what would you say? 15, 20 minutes total? To get Yerme off the spikes, and Zavel to figure out the rope, and I don't know. What is
10 or 15.
5 minutes? 10 minutes max.
Yeah, 10 minutes. Since
We're fucking heroes here.
Probably 5 minutes just to get done cursing at fucking Zavel.
I know,
pulling
right?
the lever.
Yeah.
We had no
Yerme's
choice.
holding her fucking where she got impaled. Like, what the fuck?
Zavel pull the lever. Go thunk.
So this room, what's the greenery?
So this room.
yeah, paint a picture for us.
Yep.
Happy little trees.
Absolutely. So let me open it up because you guys are, now that you're all up here and you're looking ahead.
Fucking nice little surprise with the 5 fallen creatures there.
5 fallen creatures.
Yeah, with the feather fall. I wasn't
Oh,
expecting
yeah.
it to be a group save.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah, you saved a lot of hit points.
That's a good spell.
Be careful where you guys step. I don't need you falling into any more traps.
All right, so this a moss-covered corridor extends beyond the second door. Tree roots hang from the sagging ceiling, and the air reeks of rotten damp. Ahead is a carving of a bearded devil's face, and that adorns the wall at the T-shaped intersection ahead. The devil's open mouth is a well of utter darkness.
Oh, I know that face.
Reminds me of my ex.
No, it's the Tomb of Annihilation face that you see.
Yeah, it's the fucking
Yawning mouth. It's fucking cool.
the O face.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's some vegetation in this room you see. So I may as well explain this now. On this map where you see those kind of bushes and foliage here and there scattered about, every square that is mostly covered by that green stuff is difficult terrain.
Ah.
And that rule is gonna go forward on this entire floor.
Okay.
So yeah, what do you do?
How dark is it in here?
It's actually lit. There's cracks in the ceiling, letting sunbeams.
Dim light, full light.
It's a little above dim. It's one stage above dim light.
I think that's just regular then, right?
Regular light, fair enough. So,
While Irme was, when we were in the room before and she was quickly looking through her notes, she read through the first part again, and when it says the enemies oppose, one stands between them, in darkness it hides, and don the mask or be seen. She's starting to think those 4 lines alone probably applied just to getting into the tomb. Or it might have just applied to that, or at least the first lines did, and she's realizing that it's not exactly one clue per situation. I fear that we are running out of clues quicker than I thought that we would. I wonder if the first 3 clues apply just to getting into the tomb alone, perhaps leaving us with only the 3 that remain.
well, what are the clues? Copernicus.
Well, the third clue is in darkness it hides, and that could even apply to the fact that we had to move along the cliffside and behind a bunch of bullshit to find the actual entrance.
Right.
And the next clue is don the mask or be seen. I don't think we've run into such a thing yet.
To be seen.
Looking
Looks
ahead,
like a
you-
mask ahead of us.
Oh, so perhaps only the first 2 clues applied, and I was wrong, and darkness it hides might apply to what stares at us now.
Yeah, even with your dark vision. Those of you with dark vision would notice, I think, if I understand what dark vision is, that this is an unnatural darkness. You can't see the shades of gray
Oh, wow.
beyond.
Can Cappy send out from his hand the dancing lights cantrip and shoot him into that yawning mouth?
I believe you can. What is the dancing light? Can you read that and what effects it might have on magical darkness? Which one would win in that situation? Because right now I'm banking on the magical darkness if it just makes a normal light, but if it says in the spell's description that it cancels out.
They appear as torches, lanterns, or glowing orbs. So I always picture them as glowing orbs.
Yeah, but the torches and stuff makes me think that it's just normal light.
Each light sheds dim light in a 10-foot radius. Doesn't say anything about it.
Yeah, so if it's just light, then the orb disappears within the darkness.
They just wink out one by one.
Yeah.
And then you can even bring the light back out and it reappears.
Cool. It's like a vortex or some shit.
I don't think I want to burn a 3rd level spell to dispel magic or anything. Perhaps we could just reach in and see what's in there.
Yes, perhaps we can. Zavril.
Irme wants to do a perception check on those 8 alcoves that line the hallway before we reach the intersection.
Okay, yep. So let me see what you
Cappy
get.
will help you with that.
All right.
Roll advantage. I was thinking I wanted to check those out too.
17?
17, you do notice tiny holes in the walls running along the left and right wall. If you didn't know any better, you would say they were dart holes.
Can we plug them?
And along that, let me see. Yes, you can certainly do that.
Or does it, that might be a waste of time. Can we crawl underneath them?
You cannot crawl underneath them. They're scattered about from below, from the bottom all the way up to the top. You can plug them.
Okay.
It is.
Cappy, stick your finger in there.
His finger's worth its weight in gold.
Yeah, I mean that kind of thing. I think is included in in a trap disarm kit, a thieves kit, right? It's just probably all the tools you would need, the little spikes, balls of wax to plug holes and shit like that. I would imagine that's how I picture it anyway. Otherwise, I don't know. I mean,
how
Set
many
of Allen
holes are there?
wrenches.
There's hundreds of these holes, or let me
6.
see. Is it feasible to plug them? If it is, let's plug them up real quick.
Yeah, if the number is few enough that we can plug them, then yeah. That if not, then perhaps just watch for pressure plates or shit in the floor.
Well, it does say the holes can be plugged, so that's what I'm saying. I think it's just a part of you discovered the trap, and now you can.
That's disarming it.
Yeah,
Right
yeah.
now you can disarm the
But
trap.
we can't accidentally trigger it while we're plugging them. Essentially, is what I'm thinking.
Don't
Is
ask
we're moving,
questions like that.
we're moving down this hallway, and there could whatever triggers it.
Yeah,
we don't
so
know
why
what
don't,
triggers
why don't
the
we
trap.
do this? Why don't we do this? You made a perception check. You located the holes, right? But now you need to find the actual mechanism that triggers it. So why don't you give me another perception
All
check?
right, let's look for this.
I'll aid whoever's looking.
Svitlangi doesn't see anything.
We'll just
All
do a
right,
separate
here we
one.
go.
Roll-
Wish me luck.
Roll on advantage. I'll help you.
Well,
Didn't
you
need
go.
it. Didn't need it.
I got a 20.
All right, Zavril, with Irame's...
I don't need no man.
With Irame's help,
That's what
even
that
though he
helped.
didn't need it, she still said that she helped you, so I still have to say it. You do notice pressure plates along the floor. Yeah, you don't need to know how many. You do discover there's pressure plates. You could very well walk around them, or you can disarm the trap by either jamming little spikes to prevent the pressure plates from falling down, or clogging the holes with cloth or wax or something.
I'll go ahead. I'll relay that information to the group. I believe we should probably just step around. We don't know if we're going to need more of these.
Right, or if there's gravel or something we could use in the place
later
of
on.
the tools.
Yeah, if we've discovered the mechanism and the weapon, then perhaps we can move around it without.
Yeah.
There's certainly sticks.
Yeah, there's
It says,
bushes.
It says
Moss.
wedging an iron spike or similar object under a plate prevents the plate from being triggered. Yeah, so you can use sticks or something in place of the spikes.
Some
Cappy, stick your finger in there.
Yeah.
No.
So let's wedge the plates and move forward.
Okay, you now make it to the face that is on the opposite end of the wall, and let me move you guys up there, and then I'll reveal what's down to your left and right. Now this face in front of you again has the well is open, and inside is a well of utter darkness, clearly magical darkness, as Copernicus has discovered with his dancing lights. Let me open this hallway up here.
Oh, we got a grate.
Let's see all the way down there. So, okay,
Is
now
that a window to the west?
yeah. So let me describe this. As you guys approach the T section, looking down the corridor to the left, the first thing you notice is a crystal window all the way at the end. Before then, maybe about 15 feet, there is a metal circular grate in the floor, and you do hear moving water. It's not rushing, but you do hear moving water, and you can assume that it is coming from the direction of that grate. To the right, you look over, and all the way down, it looks like there's like a stone handrail opening up into a large, dark room, and then beyond another handrail, and the corridor way on the other side. This is like what 5, 10, 15, 20, 21. This is a good 60, 80 feet away.
Oh wow! And that's a drop, like over that handrail. That's a drop down, or
You could see over the handrail from where you are, but you can't see down in there.
Okay,
But
'cause
it does look like a wide open chamber to the right there. And again, to the left, that crystalline window and the metal grate in the floor.
the crystalline windows. That's cool. We gotta go check that out. But first, this face with the open mouth. What can we do here?
Irame is terrified if
Do
we're
we-
going to have to reach into there.
Do we
And-
need to do anything?
something going on with it, obviously.
I gotta
Right.
say, dude,
It's
I'm
probably a
absolutely
key.
loving this.
There's probably a key in there. What
Yeah.
was the clue again?
In darkness, it hides.
What hides?
We don't fucking know. I don't know.
Doesn't say.
Irame was annoyed by
hides?
that.
Irame.
She's got her notebook open and she's like, "We don't. That's why it's a clue."
Cappy's gonna investigate the face.
Again, it's a
Put a stick in there.
it's a stone face, the mouth open, and inside is a well of utter darkness.
Yeah, I'll take my dagger, one of my just mundane daggers, and just stick the tip in.
So
So you're
mundane.
gonna stick the tip in the mouth.
Just
Half the dagger, pull it out,
yeah,
stick it back in. Anything.
Should
Yeah.
I use some of my higher level magic to discover what's in there? Or should I conserve my power?
The deep sigh, Zavril.
Curiosity skinned the snake.
Do you think it's a waste of our time?
I think the clue is trying to tell us something.
I'm not putting my hand in there.
I will.
And Cappy whispers to Irame,
I was gonna offer him 20 gold to do it.
So is it going through the mouth or is it going over the top? Because you said it was like a well, right?
yeah, but you can a medium-sized creature can fit in the mouth. This is
Oh,
pretty
it's a
large.
huge
What?
mouth.
Yeah, this
So
is-
he
Okay.
has to go in
I didn't
there?
realize
I'm
it was
not
that
going
big.
in there. This
Yeah.
is not good. I don't like it.
Yeah,
Does my mask allow me to see in magical darkness?
no, I don't.
it gives you
Think
minus the
so.
perception.
Right, I
doesn't
don't think so.
it? Nice try, though. Zavril's looking at the wall to the left of it.
But in all
no, over
seriousness,
here, buddy.
did anything happen to his dagger?
No, nothing happened to his
Okay.
dagger.
Okay.
Perfectly safe.
All right. Svitlangi is going to approach the mask in the well, like the darkness, the magical darkness.
Yeah.
She is going to start an incantation in Primordial. And let me just check real quick if this spell can be used as a ritual.
Irame's gonna look to
Nosferatu.
Copernicus like, just kick her in.
Got
It,
to.
Actually, I have an idea too.
it cannot.
Oh.
So I'm going to cast Dispel Magic.
Oh, spell magic going out.
Uh,
All right.
Wow.
Give me a roll.
What's your idea, Zavril?
it's actually a...
We'll see if
Hold
this
on.
works first.
Alright.
Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher on the target, make an ability check. The DC
above?
is 10 plus the spell level. So I'll roll here. What's my
Yeah, I've got the DC.
Okay.
It says the DC in here, so you'd roll a
Could I?
casting ability check.
Oh, fuck. 9.
Perhaps I will.
Nothing happens.
Oh, you
Oh.
told us already.
You gotta be quicker.
I know. I was starting to talk.
Yeah, but I rolled this
All right.
I know.
half hour ago.
I couldn't
see
see
what
it behind
the,
your beer bottle.
Zabril is going to grab Cappy's dagger that he had and attach it to an end of a rope. And then he's going to toss it in there to see if there's, like, how far down this goes. To see where it stops.
I'm gonna have to ask Cappy if he allows you to take his dagger without an attack roll.
I'll allow it this time.
All right, yeah, Zavril. So you take Copernicus' dagger, tie it up, and throw it in. To your surprise, it only goes in about 5 feet, 10 feet, let's call it,
All right.
And here,
So,
and then it
did it
hits.
sound like it hit anything? Or am I just really weak?
Yeah, I'll roll on it. No, it just hits the stone wall. Ticking.
okay.
But we heard it hit something, so...
Yeah.
Actually, you didn't hear it. Sorry.
Perhaps we.
Actually, yeah. So you see the rope react as if it did hit something, but you don't hear anything because it
Okay.
does.
Alright,
The
so it
darkness
masks
is a
both sight and sound.
yes. It
Yeah.
is a silence as well as darkness.
Okay.
Perhaps we are
Perfect.
spending too much time here. We have an area of this tomb that we can explore, and we know where this is if we decide we need to come back. We don't know what's in there.
It is in there.
Yeah.
We don't know what it is yet.
Read the line again.
Line.
In darkness, it hides.
It must be found.
Well, so my thinking is that if
We don't
get
even know what
it-
we're looking for.
We don't know what we're looking for. We don't know what we need. If we explore a little bit and then we come to a situation where it's obvious we need something, like a key or whatever, then we know that there's this unknown little well here that we could return to and investigate.
All right. So left or right?
Unless you want to walk through the mouth and,
I'm
fumble
thinking
around.
I sort of want to. I sort of just
I'm
want to
kinda
like
curious.
just go in there.
Well, you guys can go.
Copernicus certainly is not.
I mean, as a player, I want to. Yorme doesn't want to do that at all.
As a player, Zabril's intrigued.
we'll tie the rope around you, Zavril, and you hop in.
Some poltergeist
All
shit.
right, I'm down.
Okay.
Don't think about it, just do it.
I'm going to put on my mask, though. Just in case.
So okay. So tell me what you're doing. You're
gonna-
putting on your mask.
Tying the rope around Zavril, and he's hopping in.
You're going into the darkness.
I'm going into the darkness.
All right.
I think most people would avoid this, so it'd be a good place to hide something. You guys can explore the water over
He's rolling the.
there.
Does an armor class 16 hit you?
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
It does?
Yeah.
I thought you were all like 18 shit.
Nah,
Or
it's-
No,
18.
that's Cappy.
Cappy, 17, 19.
Yeah.
I have a low armor class.
All right. So you immediately take 12 slashing damage
Jesus.
and
I'm not going back in there.
15 psychic damage.
Oh no, that's like the bane of Zavril.
And you can't hear anything, you can't see anything, but you feel something tearing you asunder.
We can't even hear him scream.
Right.
We can't.
But you
Right,
do
you
see
can't.
blood. I imagine you do see blood fucking coming out of the
sprays
darkness
out,
and spraying
splashes
on
out.
your face.
Oh god, I'll pull him back.
You pull back a fucking
Skeleton.
tibula.
The skeleton still shaking.
With just two whips.
I'll
The whip's all chewed up in
I'll
front.
cast Animate Dead. Xavier will be my pet.
Oh yeah, perfect. And I'll raise the specter. Can we both do
Damn,
that?
yeah. So what was the total damage on that?
27.
27 fucking damage. And yeah. Yeah.
Fuck that.
So Copernicus,
There
you
was
pull him
nothing-
out, and this fucking he's torn to shit. I guess you would only really see the slashing damage as far as
Is it
wounds
like
go, 'cause the
weapon
rest was psychic.
wounds, or is it like something clawed
It
him?
was slashing wounds, yeah.
Like from claws or
Like
what? or-
sharp, smooth cuts or
yeah.
rough, teary cuts?
I would say I would say they look like claw attacks.
Did you find anything, Hunter?
I didn't see anything in there. It's,
Oh wow!
Did you get it?
oh, I got it all right. I think we should leave that alone.
Yes, perhaps we should listen to the snake. We'll come back when we absolutely have to.
I'm not a snake, by the way.
Yeah, well then what are you?
I have legs. I look human. Other than my eyes, maybe.
And your nasty jaw opens. Tongue, snaky little eyes, and your snaky little hands. Yeah.
Copernicus will walk towards that grate
All right, as you move.
Before she can reply.
Are you fascinated by sewers, Dark Elf?
My people come from the sewers of the earth,
As you're saying that,
just like home.
as you're saying that, yeah, you see this round metal grate in the floor. You do see about 3 feet down, slow-moving muddy water is moving past below. A rusted iron grate. And just to give you an idea, it's bars, like the space between its bars and shit. It looks like they're spaced widely enough that a small creature can squeeze through them.
so you could theoretically, like, your foot could fall through and you could trip.
Yeah.
Perhaps,
Yeah,
Don't drop your
a
keys.
halfling would easily get thrown in there.
perhaps
Good day.
if these,
It's all muddy down here.
perhaps if these waters flow below a lot of these corridors, then these tunnels can be used to avoid many of these traps that we have encountered.
So looking down there, it's all muddy, about 3 feet down.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Svitlangi would like to approach the railing and see if the whatever's below the railing where it drops is lower or higher than the sewers. Like if the sewers empty into it or travel beneath it.
You missed it, Erame.
Is April dead?
He's a skeleton now.
Oh no.
Look like 27
Like an
points.
animated skeleton? Because I can get into that.
No, so Zavril went in. The Copernicus tied the rope around his waist. Zavril went in and got hit for like 27 points of damage.
And
he
then I got pulled out.
And blood when he went in. You didn't hear anything because of the silence in there.
Did we
And
get
blood
hit
just
blood in our
splashed.
face?
Blood just splashed out at us when you jumped in.
That's
Oh my
That's
God.
That must be
awesome.
fucking terrifying.
He
What
goes
the
into the
fuck?
darkness and blood comes spurting back at us.
So, did he...
So
That
great.
would be so fucking scary.
Did he... Were you able to get any kind of
Hit?
feeling or anything as to what was in there?
Oh, it only masked sound and sight. It didn't mask feeling.
But even while you were in there was no telling what did that to you, if
nothing.
it was a creature or a mechanism?
Nothing.
He didn't even get what he went in after.
The wounds did look like claw marks.
Okay. So, perhaps a creature.
Ooh, what's Svitlangi see over there?
Yeah, so Svitlangi walked to the edge. She went to the right and now is peering over the railing. Gets a full scope of this room. A grand chamber opens 50 feet across and plunging down into darkness below. A stone balcony winds around the walls to connect 4 archways. Other balcony levels are visible below, with corridors radiating off in all directions.
So it goes down really far.
This must,
Yes.
must be like a center area for each floor we have to descend through.
And does it look like the water from the grate is emptying out? in here? at
No.
all?
And to the north, you do see a stone staircase that descends to the lower levels.
Is that a hallway there?
Also, I gotta roll on something. 1 sec.
Oh boy.
If it's magic, let me know. I get an advantage on my save.
Nope, that's it.
Is anyone headed to explore the window yet?
No.
Irme's going to put to the group that we head in that direction to check out the window. It was reckless what we did sending Zavril in there. Let's explore what's left for us out here.
And Svitlangi will rejoin the party and let them know what she found. I did not see the sewers empty into the chambers below.
When I reach the, basically, I'm going to move 5. Whoa, okay. Not looking for traps, just fucking doing it.
You tell me what you're doing.
Essentially, when she reaches the corner there, just move 5 feet to the left from where I originally was, she's going to look for traps. Or just peer down the hallway, see if she notices anything unusual.
Right. Well, Copernicus is already at the grate.
Okay. That's great.
So,
No, we'll go down. I think we're fine here.
yeah, all right, give me a. If you're looking for traps, give me a perception check.
Oh, yeah, I'm just going
There's no little alcoves or anything.
to... It's a 9 anyway, so even if there is, I don't see him.
Yep, you don't notice anything.
It appears-
This hallway here. So let me read the flavor text for this one. Sunlight beams through thin cracks in the ceiling, falling on the various sized vines that cling to the walls of this corridor. At the end of the corridor, about 35 feet down from where it tees off, is you can make out an arched crystal window, and that window is 6 feet wide and 10 feet high. What do you do?
I guess just proceed forward cautiously with... Is Cappy coming?
Would you say
Yes.
it's 6 feet tall?
6 feet,
10
6 feet wide and 10,
10 feet tall.
We'll walk side by side.
Looking through the crystal window, you can see a dark chamber beyond.
Oh, that's a fucking chamber.
Is that a sarcophagus?
Looks like a sarcophagus.
Good old-fashioned sarcophagus.
Portal.
You guys might want to come down here and take a look at this. Not that I'm doing it yet, but does this window, you keep explaining it as a window, does it seem to open? Have a way to open it?
No, doesn't appear to have any method of opening it.
Did you find more sewers, Drow?
Not quite. Appears to be some kind of burial chamber. I don't know, let the DM tell us.
So beyond the,
Svitlangi will slither over.
so beyond the crystal window, this vaulted tomb is overgrown with moss and creepers. Stone sarcophagus rests on a stepped dais in the middle of the floor. On the wall behind the sarcophagus, 2 large statues of bears grip a bronze disc about 5 feet in diameter.
Another gong for you.
This disc is embossed with a dozen glaring eyes.
Like
What?
images of eyes or blinking fucking eyes.
The eyes are moving and darting around.
What?
Yeah.
So the disc is being held by the bears.
Yeah.
Circular disc with eyes starting.
And I'll show you on the map where that's directly in front of the window. So these two stars on the map here, those are the bears, and this in between them is the disc with the eyes.
And they're facing the window.
They're facing the window and they're darting around as if they're scanning. Also, 6 desiccated corpses slump on thrones and niches along the walls. Each corpse wears a black mask made of paper mache and feathers.
Liches and niches.
You leave me in stitches.
So that's what those are. Those are thrones. Good old-fashioned Dark Souls thrones. With corpses sitting in them. and the corpses are wearing paper mache masks with feathers.
I'm pretty sure the death curse is emanating from this room.
Probably from each one of those eyes.
I say we get in there and we end this.
The only way we see to get into the room is to break through the crystal window.
Possibly, but maybe the grate back there.
Do you see it?
Yeah, looking in the room, sir.
There's no grate in that room.
No, but there might be a trap floor. I'm just spitballing. Maybe it comes up through the sarcophagi.
Wouldn't be the first time.
You just can't resist climbing into that sewer, can you?
Does
I'm
look
not
like
climbing into anything else, so
it does look like the grate can be lifted if enough of you hammered on it.
So, what I'm trying to figure out is if we can get in here with some invisibility or not. But if we have to break through the crystal window,
I would say before we try to break the window, let's lift up the grate and see if see what we discover down there.
was there a clue about masks?
There is. It says, don the mask or be seen, and I imagine it's those eyes we must hide from. Also, it's set in, so is it the second level down that we're looking into, or do we have to break through this window to get into this room? Is it set in, or is it the same level as us?
What do you mean set
That's a
in?
good question.
Is
it below us, or
yeah.
is it...
Is it depressed? Like,
No.
is it okay?
See
It's
why
the
it
same
would be.
level. The floor in this room is the same level as the floor.
So I assume perhaps what we need to get through this window is what's in that darkness, perhaps, or maybe there's a way to get around that.
So if we have a mask that matches one of those masks, maybe the eyes won't see us.
Essentially, yes.
I do have some invisibility magic. However, if we have to break through the window, it does us no good.
Can Cappy hork up that sewer grate on his own?
no. But he said if depending on how many of us do it, we could lift it.
Yeah, you need a combined strength of 24, I think.
Fuck.
So 2 of you can do it.
No,
Gabriel is a 10 strength. I have a 12.
Well, 3 of you. Then?
I have an 8.
So 3 of you it would take.
Yeah, let's rip it up real quick and let's just I want to look under and see if this runs under that room.
All right. Who is participating in that event?
Zaver's still watching this fucking patching up his claw marks.
Ugh.
Zavril, help me open this. Irame.
Yurme's scared to touch anything in this place.
All right, I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Let's check for traps.
All right, perception check. Well, I think you guys already did, and you didn't see
right.
anything.
Yeah, on the
I thought
hallway.
he just looked down inside.
Yeah,
of
we
it.
looked down the. Well, I looked.
You checked the whole hallway for traps.
Okay. All right, then. I suppose we could try
Screw
it.
it, let's do it. I will lend you my strength, Cappy.
All right. The 3 of you heave and manage to open the grate. You poke your head down in, and
We do.
thunk.
Oh, wow.
That was the sound of Irame's head getting locked
I
up.
didn't put my head down there.
Okay, so the hallway goes east-west and the sewer underneath, or the mud river, goes north-south.
Yeah, so looking down, you see a slow-moving river running up to the north, coming from the south.
Okay.
Not what I expected.
But it could be valuable information in the future. I'm glad that we looked.
The water's too muddied to tell how deep it is.
I ain't going down there.
Or if anything is in it.
We need to figure out how to get into that mouth.
Oh, back.
If you want to
No.
obsess
I'm
over it, there's
not
plenty
going
of
in
temple
mouth.
to explore. We could check out this room. We could break through the crystal and
We
just deal
could.
with whatever's in there.
Yeah, we could do that.
There's a whole eastern area.
I say we go.
Where
Yeah, I said we
Svetlana
go.
was looking.
Towards Svitlanki.
I feel though.
Get the lay of the land
Yeah.
before.
I I feel
jumping in.
Descending down in before we've solved anything here would be futile.
There was more than just.
Yeah, there's the
descending.
hallway.
Yeah, there's a lot on this level.
Yep.
I don't want to try to break the glass.
I don't want to do that either.
I mean, obviously, in touching it and everything, it's not opening, right?
No, looks like you'd have to break it or otherwise find a way to teleport in or,
In the east, where we have the railing, there are 2 corridors going north, a stairway going down, and another corridor heading east.
Well, perhaps
So we go north.
I was going to say that's the easiest one. It's right there. We could move that way first.
But it's also single file.
This is true.
Who would go first?
I mean, it's single file to get everywhere.
Yeah, but
Not
once we
east.
reach the eastern edge, it's two abreast.
You have to go south,
I
then
could.
east, then north. That's all single file.
Yeah, but
But
that way
corridor
the map
going
is uncovered.
east is 10 feet wide.
Oh, wow. So he can't see down. No, can he see north any further?
I think we should go north as well.
let me see. Yeah, I'd say from there you can see a little bit further up there. And pretty much, so what happens is you look north up the hallway and it moves up maybe about 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet, and then it branches to the left.
If we can go north and then left, perhaps we could figure out more information about what lies behind the mask. Maybe. Probably not, but maybe.
No.
I do not think so, but if we want to explore that direction, somebody has to lead the way.
Yeah, that's fine. I can lead the way.
All right.
Happy will bring up his buckler.
Svitlongi will go second.
All right, so you move past the ominous staircase leading down to the balcony below.
Erme is still staring down the well.
No, Irme will be third.
All right, how far are you moving all the way to the end?
Yeah, all the way to the corner. I'll peek my head around the corner.
Poison dodge.
All right, you peek your head around the corner.
It'd be so funny if somebody else peeked their head around the same
Same
corner at the same time.
They bumped heads.
C'est moi bee.
Long time no see.
I don't know. I don't think I'd believe it was him.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Is that
What am I seeing?
blood on the floor?
So, looking down, geez, another long-ass corridor. It looks like it opens up into a wider room.
I guess we'll relay the information back to the group. And now being a little bit more cautious, he's going to continue down to where it opens up to the room so we can get a peek in the room. And what is the starred statue thing?
All right, how far are you moving up?
He'll go down to the entrance to the room. Yeah, pretty much there, so you can get a look around the corners.
Thinking on it, Irme is thinking about the clue that in darkness it hides, and she's thinking that perhaps it was not that something is in there that we need, but perhaps it's just something we should avoid.
Well, that
Yes,
was
I
the whole
thought about
question,
that.
right? What is it?
Yeah, yes.
All right, so Copernicus, at the end of that chamber opens up. It funnels out into a 15-foot wide hall, if you will. At the far end of the room, a rusting statue of a knight stands, gripping a large iron shield. Shards and flakes of rusted metal cover the floor around the statue's feet.
Cappy will sign back to Svitlongi in our code that we have that the way is clear up to me.
Yes. Well, I wasn't presuming to wait. We would just follow Cappy. That's what I
okay.
thought.
Yeah, so you guys all see it. You see a statue of the statue is rusting. So it's covered in rust. A statue of a knight. He's gripping a large iron shield, and at its feet, all on along this wall here, it just shards and flakes of rusted metal cover the floor at its feet.
How peculiar.
Well, we'll start filtering into the room. Check for traps. I don't want to overdo the checking for traps thing, but I
Might be
feel
good
like
in every room.
Yeah,
It's just a quick
just once
roll.
a room is not too much. I
Yeah.
don't think. I'll help you if you want to just roll an
Yeah.
advantage this way.
what was it? Perception. So that's a 14.
You don't, as you're checking, you don't find anything in your immediate vicinity, and as you move in the room, you immediately, well, what are you, let me see, what are you carrying for gear in terms of metal objects?
Oh boy.
Oh shit! Irme actually doesn't have a lot.
What's
but
my pack?
I'm just asking Copernicus
Oh,
right now.
oh,
Are you
okay.
talking mundane,
Any metal.
What's my packed weapon made out
even
of?
magic?
Is that considered metal? Considering that he has lots of metal. Really, he's got his daggers.
If you have
the
any-
buckler.
Yeah, if you have any metal, you need to you feel those metal objects on you begin to tug and pull towards the statue, and you need to make a strength athletics check
Okay.
to resist the pull.
Fuck.
Good thing you weren't hoarding all those gold coins.
That's a 3.
Oh shit. Alright, on a failed check, you lose your footing, and you fly across the chamber, and you
Trickster's Escape. I'll cast Freedom of Movement. It's my invocation. I don't know if that'll help me.
What does it do?
Uh,
You're essentially being pulled.
so as I feel it, the pull coming, the target's movement is unaffected by difficult terrain and spells and other magical effects that can neither reduce the target's speed nor cause the target to be paralyzed or restrained. I can also spend 5 feet of movement to automatically escape from non-magical restraints. Finally, being underwater imposes no penalties.
So, nothing?
Is there enough time in this to cast a spell?
Only reactions at this point if you're trying to save Copernicus from being pulled from all of his metal objects to the knight shield at the end of the room.
I mean, he has to go across the whole room, right?
By difficult terrain and spells and other magical effects can neither reduce the target's speed nor cause the target to be paralyzed or restrained.
Him moving across the room, well, you're being pulled. You're being magnetically pulled. So if you've got anything that can teleport you out as a reaction, then that would work. But otherwise, I don't
No.
see. I don't, you know.
Not your misty step.
Those are all actions, not reactions. What did you roll? 3. Yeah.
Yeah. So it just catches you. You lose your footing. It says so. And in regards to him moving across the room, he's moving fast enough. It's pulling him fast enough to where he would take. Shit.
Where am I pulled to?
To the statue where all the bits
Right.
of metal are, and you're gonna take 1d6 bludgeoning damage for every 10 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, anything I could use as a reaction would only give you a D4 to roll with extra, so it wouldn't help you.
Yeah, so either way, so
Damage, right? 1d6
you're gonna
every
take
10
some
feet.
damage, absolutely, but your buckler, did you have your buckler out?
Yeah, I have my buckler and my pack
And what's
weapon.
your buckler made out of?
I assume wood with like a metal ring around it.
Okay,
But it's like a wood buckler.
so it's a wooden. It's classified as a wooden shield.
Yeah.
Because there are wooden and metal shields.
Yeah.
All right, so
Now it's wood.
Yeah.
I
I mean, that's how I've always seen it, with the black heart painted on
Right,
it.
right. No, just easy.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got damage incoming, and why don't we? So Copernicus, you lose your footing, and this thing gradually pulls you faster and faster across the room, and you're gonna take 1, 2, 3, 4,
40. 46.
So, well, it's every 10 feet.
It's
Yeah.
40 feet.
So
Yeah.
46.
Damn. Feather fall me.
Yeah.
10 bludgeoning damage.
Ah, that's not so bad.
So okay, so what's happening is as you slam against this shield, any metal object that's actually touching the shield, not through cloth, not through leather, is going to be instantly disintegrated into a bunch of flakes and shards.
So my fucking magic armor I just got, my packed weapon, it's also magical. Fucking destroyed this way.
I know. Oh my god, they just get crumbled. Holy shit sticks.
Summon a new one.
Don't even get to use your armor.
Favorable to magical weapons being indestructible outside of very special circumstances.
So this is basically a maze of fuck you.
With a rusting touch of a rust monster. None of that shit should work. Yeah, dude, I don't think it would affect me. But I don't know exactly what kind of damage it's taken or what this is, but I think it being magical armor, it's going to be okay.
Yeah, I don't think it'll affect magic armor. A ring, anything like that. Family
think it
fucking
might-
ring.
Family
Your
ring.
wife's wedding ring. Ooh, your wedding ring.
The wedding ring.
Perfect.
So, Copernicus, you fly across this chamber, nail against the shield of this knight.
It's 10 damage.
The damage could have been worse. However, you feel your armor begin to shimmer. Now, you have a bad feeling. You've never seen anything like this. But as the scales vibrate violently, your armor kind of flashes for a second as it resists the effect of whatever's causing this. And then you look over, you lift your hand because you can feel your hand being tugged. And as your hand, you do everything in your power to resist, but your hand just slams against the shield, and your wedding ring shatters.
Flakes of rust.
Flakes of rust. And in a brief moment, time stands still, and you think of your wife and why you're here. Now, you guys, you came in here. You went through the first few chambers. You fell into a pit of spikes.
That old saw.
You got clawed up in a well of darkness.
This place sucks, man.
You got flung across the room and your wedding ring destroyed. You can only imagine what else is in store for you next week on the Natty 19 podcast.
Oh, man, it's begun.
What do I have to say?
Go to each microphone and say testing, testing.
Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Testing, testing.
Now put the headphones on. Now do it.
Now do what?
The same thing you just did.
Testing, testing. Dum, 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 dum.
Further away.
What?
A little bit further away.
Hello. I am Charlie.
Hello,